Hi everyone, this is Carolyn at Allspice Abounds, and this is my second video sewing update. I got a pretty good positive response to my last video, so I figured I would try again. So today I'll just give you a brief update on what's been going on with my sewing lately. The biggest thing that has happened recently, if you read my last post, is that I am now the very proud owner of a serger. I've been sewing for about 2.5 years now and thought it was about time to invest in a new machine. I've been wanting a serger, and thanks to an extremely generous and thoughtful gift from my family, I was able to purchase one. And you can see it behind me. It's a Baby Lock Imagine serger, which I have to say, it's like the Ferrari of sergers. I almost can't believe that I own one. But again, huge thanks to my family for this gift that allowed me to finance the purchase of the serger. And I'll be sure to update you much more on the serger once I figure out how to use it. I'm still working on it. I'm getting to know my new machine, figuring out all the stitches, so more to come on that once I am more comfortable using the machine. So I do have some sewing kind of in progress these days. The first thing is that I'm working on a Moss Mini from Grainline Studios. So Moss is a really kind of plain, short-ish skirt, which fits into my casual lifestyle pretty well. I made a muslin a few weeks ago. I'm sorry you can't see the blue fabric very well on here. So there's good news and bad news. The good news is that I successfully inserted my first zipper fly. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see, but there it is. The bad news is that although the skirt came together quite nicely, it's way too big. So I made a straight size 8, which is for a 29-inch waist, which exactly matches my waist measurement, so I thought I was in good shape. However, I neglected to notice that the finished garment measurement for the waist is 33 inches, a full 4 inches larger than my waist. And to be honest, that's just too big. The skirt hangs like too low. It feels a little uncomfortable. It's just too big all around. So I think I'm going to have to retrace the entire pattern in a size 6, which will hopefully sit a little higher on my hips and just be a little more comfortable and more close fitting. So it's a work in progress. I have 2 pieces of fabric though, slated for Moss Minis, both of which I purchased recently online from Hawthorne Threads. The first is this Robert Kaufman twill. It's a relatively lightweight twill. I was hoping for kind of a peachy coral color, but in fact this fabric is bright orange, like Halloween orange. That's what you get for ordering fabric online. Sometimes the colors just don't come out the way you expect, but I actually enjoy wearing bright orange, so it's okay. So here's one. The second cut of fabric I have planned for a moss is my first ever cut of denim. This is a Robert Kaufman denim. It's, I'd say, light to medium weight. So I'm excited to start sewing with this. I guess I have to get some denim needles and maybe some cool top stitching thread. So we'll see what happens there. The other sewing I have on deck is this. More Renfrews. There we go. Those of you who have been reading my blog for a while know that I absolutely love this pattern. I wear a lot of long sleeve t-shirts in the winter as layering pieces. So now that the cool weather is moving into the Northeast United States, it's Renfrew sewing season. And this year, I'll be able to use my new serger to sew my Renfrews, which is exciting. So I have 4 cuts of jersey that I recently purchased, all lined up for Renfrews. The first is this really nice kind of burgundy colored jersey that I got at Fabric Place Basement in person in Natick, Massachusetts. This jersey seems amazing so far anyway. We'll see what happens when I wear it, but it's really kind of thick. It's got a nice spandex content, and it's solid. I think this will make a really warm winter shirt that'll wash and wear well. The other 3 are cuts of jersey I got also from Hawthorne Threads online. And again, the colors are not what I expected, but not too far off. The first is this kind of purple color. It's bright purple. I was expecting more of a bluish purple, but it's straight purple. This is Robert Kaufman Laguna jersey, as are the next two cuts. They're all Laguna. I was on a Robert Kaufman kick. So the next one is this, again, bright Halloween orange jersey. I'll have matching bright orange skirt and shirt this winter. Again, I was expecting more of a peachy coral, and I got bright orange. So there you go. And finally, the last one is this bright yellow. And this actually was what I was expecting. I normally wouldn't order such a bright neon almost yellow, but I think it will go well with my gray Archer. I kind of like the combination of yellow and gray, or yellow and black and white. So I think this will be nice. These are all kind of medium weight jerseys with a decent amount of stretch. And I've read some good reviews from other bloggers talking about this Laguna jersey. So I think it'll work out well. So finally, the last thing I wanted to mention is that I am currently in the process of creating a permanently set up sewing studio here in my extremely tiny 300 square foot apartment. I want something that's set up all the time, so after work when I'm exhausted and don't want to move furniture around, I can just sit down and sew. I'll tell you more about this once the studio is all set up. I'd say I'm about 75% of the way there so far. And I'm excited. This will be a big change for me, and it's required a lot of moving things around in my very tiny space, but I think it's going well, and I think it will work out. One new thing I got was this new table back here, which you can see houses both of my machines. Yes, I own 2 machines now. I almost can't believe it, but it's true. So things are moving well and moving along well, and I'm excited about my upcoming sewing, my upcoming studio, and of course my new serger and fabric purchases. So exciting times ahead. Finally, I'll just say that my real job, not sewing related, has been very busy lately. I've been teaching a little bit at the university this semester, which is really fulfilling but time consuming. So I've been exhausted after work a lot, but it is what it is. And the very last thing I want to say is this weekend was John, my boyfriend's 40th birthday. So happy birthday, John. It was great celebrating this weekend. We went out for an absolutely amazingly delicious dinner. There is some great food here in Boston, and John and I like to take advantage of that. So happy birthday. That was fun. So that's it. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all have a productive sewing week ahead. And as always, happy sewing!